Hi, this is Mike from CCSL, and today I'll be going through some selection tools that can be used in SOLIDWORKS. The first one I'll be going through is accessible when you're in a feature that has a selection box, and it's called Select Other. So if I right click on a face and choose Select Other, that'll hide the face I right clicked on and give me a list of faces behind that. If I want to hide more faces, I just have to right click on them, and then I can select as I would normally and continue through with the feature. The next selection tool is to do with transparencies. So if I make this outer component transparent, by default, if I click inside, SOLIDWORKS will pick up the internal components and I can select different faces from within the assembly. If I want to select the outer component, I'll hold Shift, and that'll allow me to select faces on the outer component. Then what I can do is hold Shift and right click and change the transparency back to normal. The next selection tool is to do with selecting over geometry, and that's in Tools, Select Over Geometry, and if I draw a box to select here, it'll select the circle outline. If I was to try and do that normally, I'll just select the face and it won't work right. Instead of having to go up to the menu, if I press the T key, that'll turn on and I can use that as a shortcut to select over geometry when needed. The final selection tool I'm going to use and show you is the selection menu. So we've just got an assembly here, and we've got some smart fasteners that I'll bring in. And when working in assemblies, it can be tedious to select all the smart fasteners. So, or toolbox components as well. You'd have to select them each one at a time, or select them from the tree. Now if I right click and go to the select, we have a range of different selection options. So select internal components, select hidden, select identical. At the bottom we have select toolbox, and that allows me to select all the toolbox components in the assembly. I can then right click and suppress. That's really good for configurations and removing them if needed. Okay, so that was some selection tools for SOLIDWORKS in parts and assemblies.